But I have, that's why I'm very, very careful of what I put out to the public in the name of my leader. And I've always been that way.
Yes, sir.
Those of you who have known me through the years, you know that I'm not gonna get out there. Let me show you, as Brother Minister pointed out, you know, I was well known around here and all across the country really, but from here, for debating and knocking down reporters and interviewers and all that sort of stuff. I'd go on television and wear them out. Now, after I just about cleaned up the West Coast, even cost a couple of the reporters their jobs, actually. Got fired because they looked so foolish when we got through with them. That's absolute truth.
Go ahead.
We knew that it was getting serious when I got a call from NBC asking me, would I give an interview to Edwin Newman? I don't know how many of y'all are familiar with him, but he was out of New York, one of the two men that I know of who knew the English language better than anybody that I've ever heard of. Nobody to play with. Now they got all of these TV stations all up and down the West Coast and all the way across the country in between. But they wanted to bring Edwin Newman out here to interview me. I might be crazy, but I ain't no fool. I'm not going to refuse. All I did was gave some conditions. And the conditions were that Mr. Newman would have to send me all of his questions. And then I would grant him an interview, and he could not ask me anything but the questions that he had submitted. NBC sent me the questions, like I still got them. This was in March of 1964. Got them right here. And when Mr. Newman came to Shabazz restaurant on 51st and Main, we sat down at the table with the color crew he had brought all the way, because they hadn't really got color on the West Coast too much yet. He brought all the way from New York with him. We sat down, and as he asked me each question exactly as he sent it to me, I answered each question exactly as the Honorable Elijah Muhammad had sent me to answer. And that's the way that tape stood. See, like we always say, I might be crazy, but I ain't no fool. When I saw the questions, I knew I didn't have no business with them. The secretary to whom the messenger dictated the answers, she told me about it later. She was amazed herself. She brought the letter to him. He told her to pull up a chair. And as he read each question, he gave her an answer and kept right on pushing. Didn't even hesitate, didn't think about it, didn't go to look up nothing or nothing. He rattled them all. When I got through repeating them to Ed Newman, to this day, not 1/30 seconds have been ever shown of that interview. They spent all that money. However, for years after that, every TV reporter that interviewed me in any city across the country said that their bosses had them to come in and look at that tape before they came to talk to me. But see, the thing is, I didn't have the kind of crazy ego that made me think I could handle this boy. Otherwise, they'd have probably had something to beat us over the head with from now on. Know your limitations.